Mars transit report from 20th June till 2nd August 2026. Please press the bell for liking and become our subscriber. Mars has traditionally been considered a malefic planet in astrology that is more likely to produce evil than good. But this is not so. Although, as is the case with any planet, if the energy of Mars are allowed to operate to access, its effect can be quite difficult. But usually there is nothing to fear about from this transit. But in fact, its energies are vital part of life. Mars is an energy planet. Specifically, it rules the energy that an individual uses to maintain himself in the face of pressure from his environment. The Mars energy says, "This is what I am and I can be no other way," and prepare the individual to fight, if necessary, to maintain his position. Obviously, one can have no individuality without this energy. It is a fundamental part of the ego drive. And anyone in whom this energy is weak is not much of a personality. Person with a weak Mars often do the things that are attributed to a strong Mars, such as acting extremely pugnacious, irritable, or argumentative. These people have to constantly reassure themselves that they are strong, which would be unnecessary if they really were strong. It is true, however, that a person with a strong Mars is likely to be rather domineering. Mars is also connected with the work and physical energy, and often its transit signifies a day when you feel very energetic and vigorous. In fact, one way to ensure that a Mars transit will not cause dispute or argument with others, which is a sign of malfunctioning Mars energy, is to have plenty of hard work to do. The negative side of the Mars most often manifests itself when there is no other outlet of its energy. As a Mars transit each planet in your horoscope, the area of the life related to that planet that become energized. When Mars transit Venus, you seek out physical love. When Mars transit Mercury, you look for a mental activity. But there is more than that. When Mars transit a planet, your ego drive are very likely to incorporate with that planet's energies. You will try to establish your individuality toward others through the issue related to that planet. This can result in conflict with others if the energy gets too strong or encounter serious resistance from others. And of course, there is nothing wrong with the good fight if it serves some purpose. Fighting is one way to learn about your own strength in an interpersonal sense. As Mars transit each house, the affair of that house becomes energized. Just as with the transited planet, also you will be most active or seek to assert yourself through the affair of the house occupied by transiting Mars. Here again, you are most likely to have conflict with others in these areas of your life. The only danger with Mars is that its energies, when submitted to the physical level, can signify accident, specifically from burns or fire, and in illness involving fever and infection. This is often the result of frustrated ego energies, although you may have to dig around in your psyche to realize this. You must learn to express your resentment and danger, for they are a legitimate part of your being. Virgo Mars transit June 2026. First thing first, for Virgo. Mars transit for June 2026. According to astrological algorithm, the transit of Mars for Virgo in 9th house starting from 20th of June 2026 to 2nd August 2026. Virgo, during this time period, Mars will move through your 9th house, the house of luck. For Virgo, Mars is the lord of your 8th house and lord of 3rd house. Mars in the house of luck at this present moment. Mars 4th aspect on your 12th house, the house of loss. 7th aspect on your 3rd house, the house of siblings and communication. 8th aspect on 4th house, the house of family and comfort. So Virgo, you will be highly active, very creative, very dynamic. You'll be very much wise and adopting hard-working mode. Virgo, you'll be blessed with wealth and assets. You will involve in a deal of a car or property. You'll be highly dynamic. You'll be in contact with highly professional decision makers. You'll be traveling abroad. You may have some loss of wealth if you're not careful through gambling, excessive expenditure, and sometimes disappointments. Travel opportunity will come to you frequently traveling abroad. Wealth will be gained and you'll enjoy rising in fame and dignity. If you have any opponent, you will be dominating over them. You will acquire knowledge and learning. Your health will be strong. You travel to religious places and people sing your praises. You performing religious rituals, visit religious places and be devoted. Your progress is in independent business, performing religious kind of rituals and deeds, and be very fortunate. You'll be going abroad, achieving name and fame and gain. According to classic astrology, Mars to the 9th house from your moon sign, from your rising sign Virgo, this signifies suffering mostly due to health issues. This time period makes you suffer from minor to major health issues, body pain. Due to this time period, you are susceptible to dehydration and weakness or decayed physical power. You may also suffering from muscle pain, wound caused by some accident or fight. Mentally, you may feel worried and disappointment most of the time. Some of you also have to go to foreign land to experience temporary painful living. Finances would need a better care and guarding. You're likely to lose money due to this time period. Your professional life would also require proper handling, more hard work. Some of you also have to work in an uncomfortable working environment for a while. Work hard to maintain your position, respect at work in your field of profession, maintain peace and harmony and at home. Keep an eye for disguised foe within your nearest to dearest one. Some of you also developing an urge to perform some activities that may not be acceptable in your religious confine. According to applied astrology, Mars in 9th house, this transit can be a time when you do more creative intellectual work than usual, an attempt to convey your experience and view of the world to others. According to applied astrology, this belief and idea that you consider true and important, you will assert and defend whenever necessary. Obviously, this is valuable. If you have to influence other people and make an impression on them, it can also be a danger if you try to beat people over the head with your opinion and ideas. The problem is to avoid identifying your ego with what you believe. When you identify your ego with your ideas, you really believe you are that idea and you will defend it if it were literally your own body. Even the psychological reaction are same. But you're not what you think or believe. And proceeding if you were can lead to a problem. It is perfectly all right to defend your belief, but other people do not have to feel and believe exactly as you do on every issue. Do not try to force your religious and philosophical views or your overall view of the world on others. What you can do now is put all your energy into expanding your mind. Look for experience that will open up new dimensions of reality instead of wasting your energy on defending your ideas. Expand and enlarging your present belief. Travel can be quite gratifying now, but if you do not have too serious affliction in this house by transit or natally, if you do, any travel would be frustrating or unrewarding. It could even mean an accident while traveling, although that is not likely unless you have number of accident indication coming in and at once. The ninth house is also a house of the law and the court. Under certain circumstances, this transit can indicate legal difficulties. If there are serious affliction in your ninth house, this could work out quite badly for you. Mars, the planet of ego drive, is very much at home in this house, the house of the highest ego expression. This transit can indicate many positive energies and usual certain problem if you are not careful and do not recognize the need of others. Right now, eligible new members to the Prakash Astrologer app can also claim a complimentary one-to-one basic consultation with me. After you register on the app, you'll receive your welcome email. You'll then have 7 days to book your free session and bring the most important question on your mind so you can get clear personal guidance. So don't hesitate. Visit astrology.prakashastrologer.com and sign up today. And together we'll remove as much uncertainty from your life as possible.